top stories. Hail falls in parts of St. Kitts. Student loan interest rate reduced to 5% and reforms instituted to strengthen healthcare sector. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Frozen fruits and vegetables get a bad rap. Because they are frozen doesn't mean they are not nutritious. Many frozen fruits and vegetables actually retain more nutrients than when they are eaten fresh. Using frozen fruits and vegetables is about convenience. Best of all, they last longer and they cost less. Look for the Island Garden brand at your favorite supermarket or call 662-0909 to place an order today. At Island Garden, we assure you that our products are locally grown and nutritiously sealed.
Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. On Thursday morning, residents reported instances of hail mixed with the rain in certain areas of St. Kitts. Videos circulated on social media showing persons in areas such as Saddlers holding up what appear to be hailstones with jagged edges. Senior Meteorological Officer at the St. Kitts Met Office, Elmo Burke, said although not a regular occurrence, it is highly probable for hail to occur and explained the conditions that may have led to this.
Conditions at the time of the event would have indicated that we would have had quite a bit of thunderstorm activity. Some of the thunderstorm activity was accompanied with moderate to heavy showers at times. Based on those conditions, along with the videos and the eyewitness report, it is highly probable that we would have experienced hail conditions in those communities that would have reported, especially in the Saddlers area. The event is not a regular occurrence. It would have been caused because of the current conditions that we're experiencing, where we have a trough system which is being supported, a surface trough system which is being supported by an upper level trough system as well. So conditions, especially in the northwestern part, would have seen for most of the morning we would have had moderate to heavy showers at times accompanied with thunder and lightning.
He said they expected weather conditions to improve later in the day. However, they would continue to monitor conditions. The government has announced a reduction in student loan interest at the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis to 5%. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew made the announcement of the Graduate Finance Project during an address on Thursday morning. He said all student loan holders will receive a $15,000 credit to service their loan at the Development Bank. Prime Minister Drew said the objective is to offer financial relief to graduates to make it easier for them to pursue their life goals. The project took effect on Thursday under the theme Removing Financial Barriers to Education. The first phase of the GFP offers 5% interest to student loans to new students within the Federation on a maximum of EC $100,000 for a grace period of 4 years and 3 months with a 15-year repayment term. You can visit the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis website skndb.com for more details. The Ministry of Health and by extension the government of St. Kitts and Nevis instituted several critical reforms in the healthcare sector aimed at delivering quality, efficiency and excellence. Some of these reforms were highlighted on Wednesday's edition of In Focus by Dr. Jensen Morton, Director of Health Institutions, who noted that the reforms were done in collaboration with the entire health team that was established to take the health sector forward.
The first thing that we thought was really crucial was from the feedback from different members of the general public. The main complaint that seemed to come with regards to healthcare in St. Kitts in general, it can be boiled down to different aspects of customer service. So that was identified early, and we already started partnership with the relevant bodies to get customer service training on board. It started formally, excuse me, it started formally finally a few weeks ago with Mrs. Delcia Bradley King, and it's going to be something that we're going to incorporate into the regular let's call it indoctrination process of everyone that comes to work at JNF. We're also in discussion with CFBC to ensure that that aspect is also included with the nursing training even before you arrive at JNF, such that that aspect is well ingrained.
Dr. Morton added that the customer training sessions will be continuous and will serve as a refresher course because this is, quote, what we do to ensure that at the end of the day, the patients, their relatives, etc. are cared for properly, end quote. He said another initiative taken by the Ministry of Health pertained to basic life support and advanced cardiovascular life support training for numerous staff members.
Essentially, the thought process was that if any emergency was to erupt in any part of the health institution, that regardless of the staff member that is present, that they can at least assist with the resuscitation of that patient. That is the end goal.
He said approximately 220 workers have since been trained, some in basic life support, some in advanced cardiovascular life support, and others in pediatric assistance life support.
Since then, we've also been engaging in some subsequent training, leadership training for the nurse managers and assistant nurse managers, leadership training for the physicians, training for all of the clerical staff with regards to having full understanding of all aspects of medical terminology, such that everyone's on the same wavelength, whether you come from a science background or not. Excuse me. So those were our investments with regards to different parts of the human resources, because that was something that was really important.
Dr. Morton addressed the assignment of a group of doctors to the Pogson Medical Center in Sandy Point to ensure that a doctor is physically available 24/7 at the medical facility. This measure is also expected to be adopted at the Mary Childs Hospital in Molyneux. The organizing committee for the 40th anniversary of St. Kitts and Nevis's independence met for the first time on Tuesday at the Solid Waste Management Corporation conference room to begin preparations for this year's celebration. Co-chairs for the Independence 40 Organizing Committee are Vera Galloway, Director in the Prime Minister's Office, and Dr. Marcus Natta, Cabinet Secretary. The committee comprises senior government officials, including permanent secretaries, representatives of the armed forces, representatives of the ministries of the creative economy, education, foreign affairs, tourism, and information, as well as representatives from Nevis, including the Premier's Ministry and Ministry of Education. Representatives from the private sector also form part of the committee. According to the co-chairs, the introductory meeting was quite productive, and members are energized to deliver what's being described as an epic program and experience for this milestone of the Federation. Dr. Natta was quoted as saying, "This is a monumental milestone for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and it signifies the beginning of a new chapter. The government intends to make its 40th anniversary of independence a memorable one." After the break, Randall Robinson laid to rest, and Ambassador Mills meets with the Ambassador of the Dominican Republic. Stay with us.
Here are your Horseless Value Mart IGA Easter Special.
Running April 6th to the 19th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tag Specials. Essential everyday tortillas, just $11.99. Yoplait yogurt, $3.99. Stone Ridge ice cream bars in time for the heat, $19.99. Planters dry roasted and cocktail peanuts, $14.99. Gold medal flour, $17.99. Essential everyday canned dog food, $7.49. And now our very low weekly
value deals. IG and essential everyday mac and cheese, $2.79. IG and essential everyday salt, $4.79. Peter Pan peanut butter, $10.99. IG and essential everyday cream cheese, $7.99. Essential everyday pasta, $4.99. Equal mouthwash, $14.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sean listos y hagan sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Hey hon, what's up? Hey girl, I just called you to tell you about this great deal that I'm about to get with an insurance company on my new car.
Really?
Yes, really, just $200 monthly for the next 12 months.
That sounds too good to be true. Does it include windshield coverage?
No, that's an additional cost.
Does it include personal accident and medical expense coverage?
Wait, no, it does not.
What about act of God and riot and strife coverage?
No, you know.
Please tell me it at least includes some kind of no claims protection.
It does not.
Well, friend, the math is not mathing at all. With TDC Insurance, you got one rate and all that I mentioned included.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going on the website right now to get a quote.
You definitely need to switch to TDC Insurance where the math is mathing.
At TDC Insurance Company, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
Welcome back. Family members, friends and well-wishers came together at the Wesley Methodist Church on Thursday to pay their final respects to human rights activist and leader, lawyer, professor and author, the late Randall Robinson. Mr. Robinson lived in St. Kitts for more than 20 years and passed away at age 81. Robinson was one of the leaders of the Free South Africa movement in the 1980s and fought tirelessly to end apartheid. He also was an activist for Haitian democracy and founded the Washington, D.C.-based foreign policy advocacy organization, Trans-Africa, in 1977 to promote diversity and equity in the foreign policy arena and justice for the African world. In a statement on March 29th, the cabinet extended its condolences to his wife, Kittishan Hazel Ross Robinson, his children, and their entire family. Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to Cuba, Her Excellency Verna Mills, was this week welcomed to the Embassy of the Dominican Republic by Ambassador His Excellency Flavio Rondon. During the courtesy call, Ambassador Mills inquired about the participation of the Dominican Republic in the Diplomatic Week 2023 and explained the benefits of attending. Ambassador Mills also spoke briefly about the strong people-to-people linkages shared between the Federation and the Dominican Republic. She referenced the large community of Dominican nationals, of which some are St. Kitts and Nevis's descendants, that currently reside in the Federation. Ambassador Rondon also mentioned the descendants of the Federation that live in San Pedro de Macorís. The two sides exchanged views on increasing commercial ties between the two countries and strengthening bilateral relations. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, addressed an audience of ministers, ambassadors, the UNESCO Assistant Director General for Education, and UNESCO education policy experts at a policy forum conference on Tuesday. The discussion surrounded the transformation of education in the digital age, hosted by UNESCO. As the only minister from the English-speaking Caribbean region to address the opening session, Minister Hanley emphasized that the digitization of educational framework has clear benefits, but a delicate balance must be struck in considering the issues of resources, capacity limitations, and connectivity. Referring to the Federation's national statement made at the 2021 UNESCO General Conference, he reiterated St. Kitts and Nevis's experience.
We believe that the digitalization of education delivery could indeed be beneficial, but a delicate balance must be struck. Despite the benefits to digitize the learning process, it cannot be substitute for the pedagogical knowledge and skills imparted by teachers in the face-to-face experience. This is a basis for the quality education, regardless of how it is delivered.
Minister Hanley spoke of behavioral changes that should also form part of the digitalization policy.
This digitalized approach goes beyond mere knowledge acquisition to factor in the behavioral dimensions such as learning self-regulations or style. The objective is also to support teachers in orchestrating a learning experience in their classroom that offers a rich and effective way of imparting knowledge, skills, and behaviors to their students.
He noted that explicit recognition should be recorded of the significant challenges faced by small island developing states in developing a digitized education framework. He said these challenges relate to uneven economic development and growing inequalities within the Caribbean region, and these require different approaches to education policy orientation and funding priorities, delivery mechanisms, and professional teacher development. Commenting on the intervention by Minister Hanley, the National Commission Secretary General Dorothy Warner stated that St. Kitts and Nevis is ready to implement a UNESCO-led platform for the digital transformation of education. The government's new Seniors Day program is off to an excellent start, according to participants who attend the weekly 5-hour sessions. Jason McLean Payne, popularly known as King Pharaoh, resides in East Bastyr and attends the sessions at the Newtown Community Center. He said that he joined the program after being invited to attend. He described his experience so far as excellent.
We were able to interact and speak about the past. You know, and everybody have a different view. Everybody have a different view of the past, and I think it's fruitful. At our age, we need to be talking with people. Well, for the younger generation, there is not much, because for me, I find a lot of the younger generation just believe in talking ignorance, and I don't have room for that anymore. You understand? But the elders will be telling you about something more upbeat, an experience of their experience, which is good.
Since the program launched on March 20th, 2023, the seniors have been engaged in kite making. Another senior, Marilyn Cotton of Manchester Avenue, also expressed that the 5-hour sessions at the Newtown Community Center are very rewarding.
We have devotions first thing in the morning, and I enjoy that a lot. And then we go into our kite making, because we have just started, so we go into our kite making. Next week we'll be going to Black Rocks to fly the kites that we make.
Well, how did that make you
feel? Like I'm young again.
When asked about the opportunity to fly the kite on April 11th at the Kite Flying Festival, Ms. Cotton said it feels like, quote, I am young again. The Kite Flying Festival begins at 9 a.m. Approximately 60 seniors and youth from the surrounding community are expected to participate. The festival and the seniors program are organized by the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities. Payne and Cotton thanked the government for introducing the Seniors Day program and said that they are looking forward to the expansion of activities in the coming weeks and months. The program is being piloted in East Bastille, St. Peter's and St. Paul's, and is designed to keep seniors engaged and active during the assigned days. The older persons participate in organized arts and crafts sessions and educational dialogues on relevant topics such as healthy eating, disaster management, proper foot care for diabetics, financial management, and more. Coming up in regional news, Brazil looks for solutions after dead